Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello everyone and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is local transport. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we need to sanitize. So let us take our sanitizer and sing our special sanitizing song. Sanitize every day so the germs can stay away. Sanitize every day so the germs can stay away. Yay! Good job, everyone! For today's lesson, we will be doing visual discrimination, vowel, and decomposition. Now, boys and girls, let us begin by doing an exercise on page 20. On page 20, we are going to be doing the exercise using our visual discrimination. Now, this is when we use what we can see to get the answers. It is going to be your job to put your finger on the arrows on top. And then you're going to find the arrows that look like the one you have just touched below. And then after finding it, you are going to circle. So let's take a look at the arrow I have here. Now the arrow that I'm holding in my hand is showing us the first direction. The first direction is down. So we have an arrow going down. In your exercise, you need to follow the column of all the arrows that are underneath this one. So if you see the arrow is also pointing down, you need to circle it. The next row that we have is an arrow pointing to the right. Now, if the arrow is pointing this way to the right, then that means, boys and girls, that we need to find all the arrows that are pointing in this direction, the ones that are below. When you find them, you need to circle them. The next one we have are arrows that are pointing up. So if the arrow is pointing up, you know that you are looking for all the arrows in that column that are pointing up. When you find them, please can you circle them? Then the last type of arrows you're going to be looking for are the ones that are pointing to the left. Now if the arrow is pointing to the left, you know what to do already. Look for them and circle them. Make sure you check with the arrows that are on the top before you circle. Take your time with this one, and when you're done, double check that your arrows are pointing in the same direction. Have fun, boys and girls, and I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Now, boys and girls, we're going to move on with our lesson by going to page 21. On page 21, we are going to be doing the vowel sounds. Now, before we start, I need to explain what a vowel is. So let's take a look at the board. A vowel is a special letter in the alphabet. Now, when we are doing our vowels, we have the first vowel, which is A. The next vowel that we have is E. And then the vowel we have after that is I. After that one, we have O. And then the last vowel sound we have is A. We have been doing words with these vowels for a very long time, but today I want to introduce you to a different type of vowel. So now let's take a look at our exercise. For a long time, we knew that the sound A came from the first vowel. Now, sometimes the vowel wants to change what it says. So instead of making the sound A, it will say its name. And the name is A. Now, when it says the name A, to say my name is A, it changes from a short vowel sound A to a long vowel sound A. So we have our short vowel sound. Let's say it together. A. A. Very good. And then now we have our long vowel sound. A. A. So don't forget, the short vowel sound is the sound that it normally makes when it's talking. A. But sometimes it needs to say its name, just like how sometimes you have to say your name. And the name is A. So now that we know this, we are going to try and put these words into a column. The first column is for all the short A sounds in the words. And then the second one is going to be for the A sounds, the long vowel. I have used the first four for us to do. So let's take a look at the board. So we have the words pan, tape, tame, and cat. We're going to decide whether it's going in the short vowel column or the long vowel column. So let's take a look at the first word. The first word is the word pan. Let's sound it out. P-a-n, pan. Now the word pan has an A sound in it. We can even hear it when we say p-a-n. So we said that anything that has an A in it is a short vowel sound. So we are going to write the word pan for the short A. Very good. After that, I would like you to please cancel the word pan so that you don't have to use it again. The next one is the word tape. Tape. Now this one is very special, boys and girls, because when we now start using the long vowel sound A, all the other vowels in that word become quiet. They don't say any words or sound at all. So we know that in the word tape, you can see that there's an A and an A. But the word changes the sound for E because it doesn't make any sound at all. So we say t, a, p, tape. We don't say tape. No, that one is something we don't do. So this one is quiet. So we're going to put this one, t, a, p, into the long vowel sound. Very good, boys and girls. Even though is not making a sound, we still have to write it for the word to be correct. So don't forget to write it. And then you cross it out once you have used it. Then we have the word tame. T-A-M. So remember, when the vowel decides to say its name, in this case, A has changed to A, all the other vowels in that word become quiet. So we know that this is a long vowel sound. When we say the word tame, we don't say tam, because that is not correct. We know that the word tame is for the long vowel sound. So we are going to write the word tame. Remember, don't forget to put the E because he is there, but he is quiet. Now, the last word we have is cat. K-at, cat. And we definitely know that cat has the sound A in it. So we are going to write the word cat for the short vowel sound. And then we will cross it out for the letters and words in the blocks. Now that we are done with these ones, I just want to remind you about the rule. Remember, we have 5 vowels, and sometimes they say their names instead of their sounds. Today we had A, which is a short vowel sound, but sometimes A wants to say her name, so she says A, and once she says A, any other vowel in that word becomes quiet. So if you know that, you will definitely be able to do your exercise. Take your time, read all the words out loud. If they don't sound right, then that probably means they are a long vowel sound. Take your time, don't forget to put the E even though it's not saying anything, and I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
For our last exercise, boys and girls, let's now turn to page 22. On page 22, we are going to be decomposing. Now, the way we're going to decompose is using the number bond style. Now, as you can see, we have the biggest number in the top circles. Now, it's our job to break that number down into 2 numbers. How we're going to do that is by using the Mr. Tens and Mrs. Units. So let us take a look at the board. On the board, I have 2 circles that we're going to be doing together. The first one already has one of the numbers, so we need to find the next one. And how we're going to do that is by breaking the number down. The first one that we're going to put, the first digit, is the 1. So 1 is going to sit under tens. And then after that, we're going to take the 7 and it is going to sit under Mrs. Units. So we know we have 1 10 and 7 units. Now, remember what I told you about Mr. Tens? He doesn't like to sit alone, so he always invites a zero or another friend with him. In this case, there's no other friend, so he is going to sit 1 and then invite a 0 to sit with him. And now we know that our sum is complete. The bond now says 17 is made up of 10 and 7. Now, in the case where there is no number here, we now need to break down the number by decomposing. So we know we have the number 14. So we're going to start with our 1 under Mr. Tens and then our 4 under Mrs. Units. Now let's start with the easy part. We know that Mrs. Eunice can stand alone. She likes to sit alone, and so do her friends. So we're going to take 4 and put it in the circle. Then we know that Mr. Ten's friends don't like to sit alone. So we have to put the 1. And because there's no other number for it to sit with, we are going to put a 0 to sit along with his friend. Now our sum is complete. We have 14 is made up of 10 and 4. So you're going to do this for the rest of them. Take your time, use Mr. Tens and Mrs. Units to help you. Don't forget that Mr. Tens doesn't like sitting by himself, so he needs a 0 if he's going to sit in the circle. And that Mrs. Eunice doesn't mind sitting by herself. Have fun, and I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
We have now come to the end of our lesson, boys and girls, and I really hope you had fun. I know I did. So, if you are lost or you're not sure what to do, that's okay. You can always ask for help. Just make sure that you end up finishing your exercises by yourself. Now that we are done, we need to sanitize. So let's take our sanitizer and we are rubbing inside our hands. Very good. Around our hands. Good job. In between our fingers, on our wrists, and our fingertips too. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. Sashi was supposed to come and pick me up after the lesson. We're going to the park, but I don't see him anywhere. Sashi? Oh, there he is. Are you ready to go to the park? Wonderful. So, from Sashi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, MyZone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.